As you know, we are collecting funds this evening, of course, trying to raise a lot of money for Macmillan Cancer Support. And we're very pleased to actually have somebody to come on to talk to you. It is, in fact, the district nurse from Pantomime. Nurse Tilly Lint, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everyone. Oh, now I know you can do better now. I said hello, everyone. That's much better. Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Nurse Tilly Lint, and I am Wellesbourne's newest district nurse. In fact, I am the nurse, chemist and midwife. Round here they call me the midwife crisis. And I'm fully qualified. I have been a nurse for 12 years. Obviously, I started when I was 15. Leave it. But I've been nurse to some very, very famous people, you know. Yes, I was nurse to Prince Charles when he was a little baby. And every time he cried, I used to pick him up by the ears, and that's why he's got big ears, you see. And I was nurse to Barry Manilow, and every time he cried, I picked him up by the nose, and that's why he's got a big nose. Oh yes, and I was nurse to Linford Christie. Now every time he cried, he ran so fast I couldn't pick him up. You see, you're making up your own jokes now. Well, it's all too much for a lonely widow. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I have buried a husband. Oh no, I had to, he died. I've actually been married 3 times. 3 times? I always did like the taste of wedding cake. My first husband, he died very young. I blame myself, really. Hard not to, seeing as it was me that shot him. My second husband, he ran away with my best friend, and I really miss her. It was shocking, really. He went out one day to get some fresh vegetables for the dinner, and he didn't come back. It was terrible. I had to open a tin of peas instead. My third husband, he lasted a bit longer, worse luck. I shall never forget the day I met him if I live to be 30. I told you to leave it. We had a fairy tale romance, ladies and gentlemen. It was grim. And we argued all the time. We argued at the wedding, we argued about the cake. He wanted 2 layers, I wanted 3. Well, it ended in tears. Well, it's not Shakespeare, is it? He asked me what I'd like as a wedding present. I said I want something that goes from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. He bought me a set of bathroom scales. At the reception, there was a couple on the left, and the man said to the lady, "Pass me the honey, honey." I thought that was lovely. On the right was another couple, and the man said to his young lady, "Pass me the sugar, sugar." I thought, how sweet. I turned to my old man, I said, "Why don't you ever say anything nice and romantic like that to me?" He said, "All right then, pass me the tea bag." I got upset, I did. I hit him in the face with my prawn cocktail. And that was just the starters. It gets worse, don't worry. At the honeymoon, he came running into the bedroom. He took off his trousers, threw them on the bed. He said, "Put them on." I said, "What?" He said, "Put them on." So I put his trousers on. He said, "That's the first, the last, and the only time you'll wear the trousers in this house." And he stormed out the door. Well, he came back very quick because he had no trousers on. I gave them back to him. I took my knickers off. I threw them on the bed. I said, "Put them on." He said, "What?" I said, "Put them on now." He said, "I'll never get into those." He said, "No, and you never will until you change your attitude." Oh yes, it wasn't a happy marriage. I mean, some mornings I used to wake up miserable. Other days I let him sleep. I mean, in the end, all we had in common was we were married on the same day. I mean, I still watch the wedding video backwards just to see myself leave the church a free woman. Don't you laugh now, girls, you're already doing it tonight. He did actually have a tragic end. Ladies and gentlemen, he fell down a wishing well. No, don't, I never knew they worked. Best 20 pence I ever spent. The only good thing that came out of our marriage was our daughter, Millie Lint. She's 5. A bit of a handful. She came running home from school the other day. She said, "Mummy, Mummy, Mummy, all the little boys at school today gave me 50p to do a handstand." I said, "You silly girl, they only wanted to see your knickers." She said, "I thought at first, I took them off." She takes after her brother. But you see, children are curious at her age. She was in the bath with her cousin Billy Lint. He's 5 as well. Now, Millie looked at Billy's willy and said, "What's that?" And Billy said, "I don't know, that is mine." So Millie said, "What's it for?" And Billy said, "I don't know, that is mine." So Millie said, "Can I play with it?" And Billy said, "No, you can't, you've already broken yours." You see, it's not easy being a single mum, but I am single by choice. mainly men's choice. And what with this recession, it's so hard to make ends meet. I've had to take in extra work. I put an advert in the local paper. Young nurse wants washing. Yeah, I got some funny replies. And then I thought I'd advertise for a new husband. I put an advert on that eBay. Yes. Husband wanted, I said. I had about 200 replies, all of them saying the same thing. Take mine. I sent my photo to the Lonely Hearts Club. They sent it back and said they weren't that lonely. So I decided I'd get myself into shape, yes. I've actually gone on a diet. Well, truth be told, I'm on 2 diets because there's not enough food on one. I've tried them all. I tried the whiskey diet. I lost 3 days. I tried the F-plan diet. I lost 3 friends. I tried the new grapefruit diet. It's ever so good. 12 grapefruits every day, morning, noon and night. Grapefruit, grapefruit, grapefruit. It's ever so good. I was losing weight. Only trouble was, every time I went to the toilet, I squirted myself in the eye. I've been eating so much salad that it's been coming out of my ears, literally. I had to go to the doctor in the end because I had a carrot in one ear, a tomato in the other, and a celery up my nose. I said, "Doctor, what's wrong with me?" He said, "It's obvious, really. You're not eating properly." Then I told him that I've got a lettuce leaf stuck in my bottom. He took one look and he said, "That's just the tip of the iceberg." Oh, we found the level. Then I tried that steam treatment. It's ever so good for you. It's meant to open all the pores. So I was there in this room full of steam. Couldn't see anything, so I took all my clothes off, lay on the white tiled floor, and when the steam cleared, I was in the local fish and chip shop. So it was embarrassing. One woman said, "I don't know what she's wearing, but it needs ironing." Well, that's when I decided I might have my boobs done. You know, they have those silicone chips like Jordan. So I went to the doctor, but I couldn't afford it, see? So I said, "What else can he do for me?" He said, "It's ever so simple. All you do is get a little bit of toilet paper and rub it up and down between your breasts once a day for a month." I said, "Blimey, will that make them bigger?" He said, "Well, look what it's done to your bum." Then he told me a simple exercise to do every day, 3 times a day. All I have to do is do this exercise and say this rhyme. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and every time that I do this, my bust will surely grow. That's all there was to it, 3 times a day, that's all I had to do. Well, I have to be honest with you. On the way here today, I realised I'd forgotten to do my exercise. So I was on the bus, and there wasn't many people on there, so I thought I'd have a go. So I stood up on the bus and I went, "Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and every time that I do this, my bust will surely grow." Well, with that, the bus stopped. The driver jumped out, he ran down the bus, he said, "Ian, you've been to see that new Dr. Jones, haven't you?" I said, "Yeah, how do you know?" He said, "Well, so have I. Look, hickory dickory dock." Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got time for. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you a little bit later. Thank you very much and good night.